Hello, everybody. I am Devin-Foxy, remastered again. And by the way, I actually did take a look on my channel, by the way, and it was, it didn't do anything. It was nothing. Okay, so let me just catch you guys to the chase and just say is that yeah, I might sound a little tired right now, but at least I'm waking up already a little bit just to wake my eyes up. So, okay, here's what really happened. By the way, yesterday is that guess YouTube's AI actually pretty much didn't do anything, which I know it did roll out exactly, which I understand it did, but I guess it's just like all normal. I guess like I was like, wait, seriously? I was like, wait, seriously? It actually went normal for a little bit, and I'm like, damn. I was pretty surprised that a few people, by the way, was disgusting to say is like how it was still normal, by the way, and I'm like, damn, like it didn't do anything. It just did nothing. I'm like, damn. I guess most of all of us have a second chance right now. I'm like, holy shit. We may still get a second chance after this. I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay. That I can probably respect. But just remember what we've all said in the last video, by the way, is that it isn't over just yet. It just isn't that over yet, by the way, which it's actually never over right now. And I'm like, yeah. And also, if people, by the way, still do continue boycotting YouTube, again, do not stop, by the way. Do not stop until they actually decide to, like, cancel the whole AI stuff with the update thing and just, by the way, do that one. And as in for how this protest is going to play out, by the way, that no, I'm not going to join the protest exactly. I'm not going to do anything like that, by the way. I mean, people can do that, just like pretty much some of the people can do that. But for me, I'm just going to probably just sit and wait and see where this is going to go exactly if how the ongoing protest is going on out by the way at their headquarters, which by the way, I hope nobody doesn't get hurt in the progress of the protest going on out there, which I hope anybody doesn't get hurt out there, which, I'm just saying is that if somebody does ever get hurt out there in that protest, well, yeah, I think the best suggestions that I might give right now is just that don't get hit and don't get like killed or exactly over there. I'm not that sure and too familiar how that will play out for anyone, but just be a bit careful and hope anybody stays safe exactly. And yeah, I just hope anybody stays safe for what's going to really go on exactly. And pretty much. So I just want to make this video in the morning right now. I just want to make this video in the morning and just kind of discuss what really happened yesterday was that I guess it was I guess it was fake the whole time. Like I was like, damn. I'm like, nothing really happened. Like the whole the whole thing was fake the whole time. I'm like, oh yeah, of course this was gonna be a fake. And I'm like, let's fucking go. Like, I'm really so happy that this is really pretty much likely to hear a voice exactly, at least something that was put hold to a pause. But just remember, by the way, that it isn't over just yet for what's going really on. But here's what I can say in my condones exactly for what I'm going to be really talking about here exactly, and just say is that yeah, I might still be on a break. Trust me, I'll still be on a break. It's either me going to the gym or going outside or do something fun around the area that I might do something fun just for that time, for the sake of the time, until the updates reversed all the way back, and then it was just pretty much no longer going to exist, which I hope the whole update thing just gets a cancellation, which I think we'll probably all believe it'll come to that conclusion of that cancellation. So, by the way, I did watch this YouTube channel called TJ, by the way, TJ exactly, which, if any of you have never heard of TJ, by the way, well then you guys can go ahead and find him exactly on the search bar that you guys can find him, which, at least they'll actually like send a link exactly whenever I just liked his content a little bit by actually it was like about the whole AI situation of YouTube right now, so that's probably what I'm saying. But there's just something that people I think should really be focused on more is go to the change.org exactly. Is go to the change.org exactly. It's about something to like pretty much like save YouTube of its website by saying hashtag save YouTube, which I think everybody needs to focus on that one too, exactly, and we'll focus to save it before September the 4th actually happens. So I want people to probably go ahead and go to the change.org, by the way, changeorg.com, and actually go to that site and save YouTube by the end of September 4th. So we all got a second chance, which by the way, we're all going to get a second chance. So I hope to say that for the further the least that I could be right or could be wrong to know what's going to go on. And yes, by the way, I did discover that there will be a going on there will probably be a ongoing protest at their headquarters around San Francisco, which I'm like, oh yeah, I hope YouTube's going to have a lot of really big complaints coming on, by the way. Which, yeah, Susan, by the way, never wanted any of this. Which, by the way, we could all agree that the CEO of the old CEO of Susan of YouTube never really wanted this anyway to begin with. Which, oh snap, we're just going to hear a huge going on outside. Which, by the way, I don't know how this will go on out. By the way, trust me, I'm going to be a little bit new to hear about this so-called protest, which, by the way, I did mention the last video, and I'm like, that makes sense. That really does make it pretty much some sense on that. But yeah, I really hope to say again to most likely for everyone else, exactly like for pretty much everyone that actually is going on for the protest thing, which I hope for the best of everyone to have a good luck exactly. And say is never give up for Clippies to never give up for pretty much of the protest exactly. Never kind of give that up exactly. Just tell, just tell pretty much likely from the outside and just say is like, just for some advices for some people, just to say this is that YouTube, please don't roll in the AI. We wanted this differently, and we wanted a different update. Susan never wanted this. Like, sometimes I'm not a very good advisor, so trust me if I'm not pretty much close as an advisor, or at least whatsoever as an advisor, but you probably can get some at least a little information for a little bit of the signs exactly to probably like make some interesting signs. Like it could be at different cylinders that you can probably recently find the right something and just say is that. However, just to make this a little bit careful and slow, so that way they understand, whenever we get like to the further end of the thing, by the way, at change.org, when it's actually finally at the end of the goal, that YouTube will cancel the AI age verification thing. Like once it gets canceled, then it means we win. Which, if we don't win by now, exactly on September 4th, we're going to get screwed, and we can say goodbye to YouTube for real, exactly. For whenever it does get killed on their site, which it's really game over. It means it's really going to be game over if we don't do something quick, which, by the way, that could really change and save everybody's lives exactly, is go to the change.org and it will save everyone's life. So trust me on that. And I'm not sure if that probably will be possible, but I'm just letting you right now and warning you guys right now. is go to the change.org and go and do to the thing exactly and just save YouTube whenever you find it. Then go ahead and do that, and that will be very much likely very helpful and appreciated. Totally appreciated. So that's pretty much what I want to say. Now, let me talk to you guys about the upload schedules that I will be talking about. Which, by the way, this is just the one video thing I'm going to be making, but don't expect me there's going to be a third or not a third at all, but I'm just making this as a second talk about this, but alright. So, as in for how schedules are going to go with me exactly that, oh yeah, I do have pretty much boxing on every Mondays and Tuesdays now, not Mondays and Wednesdays. Because, I mean, it's been changed, and I could probably expect that, yeah, it is probably changed for some reason that it is changed, which does kind of give me a bit of time to make content for a little while, exactly, to make content for a bit, so don't kind of expect me if I'm not actually going to be around, actually responding back on a few other comments or whatever, but I probably will read some of them later if I got the chance to do that, which, I might have to, follow my trainer's rules exactly on that, which, it depends on, the calendar exactly only for Mondays and Tuesdays, but trust me. Just trust me on that. Just trust me. So, yeah. Anyway, let me explain about the schedule. So, how the schedule is going to work for my channel is that I will probably be making one video and then 2 videos a day that I will actually will be making videos for a day that I'll be making 1 or 2 videos for a day that I could recently make. But for now, remember is that we've not given up just yet, and we've never expected a loss or anything, which, all I want to say is, by the way, that is just be careful, and just be careful what's going to go on if something does kind of actually alternatively happen, but, this is just for an expected thing that's going on, so remember, we still won on the half side of the win, but we have to get to the full end, which means the only last end that we have to do now is that we need to do is go to the website called change.org.com and go onto the search bar and say is pretty much save YouTube. Exactly. If you do see the word save YouTube, and then it pretty much has the AI when you scroll all the way down and see it, click it and go to it, and then pretty much go to the thing exactly and save YouTube. Exactly. Which I'm not that sure if anybody's got any money to save the whole thing, but please, for the love of everything, we really want to continue to be YouTubers, and we want to keep going as YouTubers forever and always forever. Exactly in the future. That, by the end of September 4th, we need to do something as far as possible as we can, and just what we got to do as YouTubers as quick as we got to do them. So, if I were myself right now, I probably would do this quick, and I probably would do it early, on time, or maybe a little late. But just remember this, is go to the change.org.com, and it will help completely. It will definitely help. And once the goal is reached, it means we will actually be saved. But if we don't get the goal, we're completely screwed. As I just said in the last one, we're going to get screwed. Just like a little similar, but this time we're on the next task that we're already doing at the next point of it. So if I were myself right now, we would probably do this quick as we can. Just at a slow timing. Just a little slow, but not too stressed or too anxiety thing. So, that's just what I want to let you guys know about. And yes, it does suck that they did roll the whole thing going on. But, by the way, it didn't do anything. It went 0. And I'm like, that's weird. That's pretty weird. But we may never know or expectedly to see anything what happens exactly, but we may expect or don't expect at all for what's going to be next, but whatever though. I guess whatever, man. So, anyway, this is just what I want to make a video about this right here and now. So, if you guys enjoy the video, and by the way, I'm very happy that it didn't do anything, which, by the way, I'll talk about the news on my separate channel. By the way, to talk about this for the same reason, but this time I'm gonna pretty much just make a few bit of chats for a little bit, and then just start like going on and talk and stuff, which it kind of actually will help exactly, but whatever. It depends if I'm on pretty much the laptop or my phone at this point, which I'm not that too familiar to be that sure enough, but we'll see where that goes or whatever. But anyways, all I want to say is, thank God. Like, thank God, man. Still, thank God. And also, by the way, when it actually will come down by saying is like, when it actually might come to me exactly if something might go on by saying is like, oh, give us your ID verification, blah blah blah. The answer is that no, I'm not doing that. I'm not a dum dum. I'm not a fool. And by the way, I'll probably say from like most comments that most people say that it was never about the children. It was never about the kids. It was still nothing about it. So I'm sorry. It still remains a no. That's just stupid. Like, no offense, I don't hate kids or children. I really don't. But when it's the backwards opposite way, I'm not fooling any of that. Because, I mean, does my face look like I'm ever fooling anyone? No. Absolutely F-U-C-K, no. Of course not. I really am not. So, that's all I'm saying. And don't expect me that I'll say that I might come back on a few reruns. Just because I'm just making this video doesn't mean I'm actually will probably say that, oh, I'll still make more videos, which I still will. But the schedule for me is going to be a little more different that we might be doing right now. So, yeah, whenever I'm going to go to the gym on Mondays and Tuesdays now, it means I'll be occupied to some of them. But when I'm not occupied, it means I'll make videos only from Wednesday to Sundays, by the way, now, since I might make them. But we'll see where that goes. But anyways, all I'm saying is thank you guys for being patient, and also, in fact, thank you guys for enjoying my last video, which I also appreciate it, by the way. And also the comment, by the way, I also give the person some amazing thanks, by the way, for the comment. I appreciate that. And I also did give it a like, and I'm like, thank you. Like, it was about time to actually thank someone, so thank you, by the way, for the comment. Totally appreciate it. So, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys enjoyed the day. And I hope you guys actually enjoyed it. And as for the protest going on, well, I want to say good luck to everyone else in the protest. That's pretty much in YouTube's headquarters. But whatever's going to go on, because I mean, YouTube's going to expect a big backlash that they're going to expect right outside the window. And I'm like, yep. Just like I said, we're all predicting two options that YouTube's going to probably ever suffer and face exactly, which we may never know. But this time, like I said, we're going to expect two different ways as we're going to go with it. But number one, we're going to expect that YouTube's going to get a protest outside that didn't listen to the users or didn't listen to the people on the site. So, yeah. I mean, hopefully we're going to hear a good luck from that, but whatever. And then the second way this also goes to that they're going to get hit by a lawsuit. By the way, if that continues on, the roll in still, which if it keeps on going, then trust me, two predictions are in the board and also on the chopping block that YouTube's got to be very persistently careful on this, because one false moves and it's game over, man. It really is going to be like one or two false moves, and that's just going to be done. But for me, I'm still being careful without making a risk either, which I'm still careful, exactly trying to be at least be a bit careful. But this is just my saying of the story here. But who really knows and who's telling the story here, which I probably am still doing the tell the story thing. But anyways, I guess it's time that we're going to wrap this video up. And I also want to say thank you to everyone, by the way, on the last video, also for some appreciation, by the way, which, by the way, I hope you guys enjoyed the long hour video I've actually made, by the way, and just, made a serious discussion and made a serious video about all this, and pretty much. So, if I were you guys right now, go ahead and check that out, because I'm, like, being a bit serious and just fully discussed all of that exactly, which, yeah, pretty much. So, anyways, without further ado, I am Devin-Foxy, remastered again, and I want to say thank you guys for watching this video, and remember, we're on the next task, by the way, that everyone is on right now. So, the next task we're going to be right now is go to thechange.org.com and go ahead and save YouTube. Hashtag save YouTube, hashtag save the website again, and hashtag ban the AI update. So, I want everybody to do this, to go on to the website change.org.com and go on and reach to the goal and save YouTube as how many times you can save them. Go ahead, and it will make a difference for everyone, which I'm not sure if it could, but I'm just saying this for a fact that we all need to do this, by the way, that we all need to do it. So, for pretty much likely, I want everyone else to do that and do our part exactly. But you know me, I'm just gonna say is that we're gonna see where this goes. We're all gonna see where this is gonna happen. But if I were myself right now, go ahead and do that, and it will change for everyone. So there you go. Anyway, and as in for videos for how this is gonna go with me or effects with me exactly, that I might probably make 1 or 2 videos a day. That might be this month or next week, but we'll see. But remember, by September 4th is our next goal that we need to do by the end of September 4th, or this is going to be game over for all big and small and medium YouTube creators, that we all need to be aware of this, every single one of everyone. So yeah, go ahead and do that, and it will help a lot. And plus, I knew this was going to be a fake the whole time with their update, because I knew it was going to be bogus the whole time. So pretty much, like, remember, we're at the middle of we're going to know or not know what happens. But yeah, if I were myself right now, I probably won't be making videos until this is all reversed exactly, or it's something going to be safe for me to make videos, which who knows, by the way, and who God knows what happened. But like I said, who really knows? Which I'm trying to be careful on this situation as I can, without pretty much getting hit by an AI, which we all don't want that to get hit by an AI at this point. So anyway, without further ado, and without that being said, is that finally my eyes are just getting to be a bit of awake before I have breakfast. But anyway, let me just end the video 1 second and end this quick. So without further ado, I'm Devin-Foxy, remastered again, and thank you guys for enjoying this video. And the 4 things, if you're a new person to this channel, is like and comment and subscribe and hit the bell to be actually again notified. That way that you'll stay awesome, stay cool, and also become as a true Devin-Foxy fan, which, by the way, go ahead and do that. It'll actually help my channel a lot, and totally a lot. And if there ever is a time that it might be like a pretty much the I think it will probably be the pretty much likely the ID thing. Say the word no. Keep saying the word no. Keep boycotting YouTube until it stops exactly, which the only way that's possible. So that's just it. Anyway, so I probably won't make this a 3rd time, but I'm only just gonna like save this for right now and leave it away as it is, and just leave it alone until, I don't know, until the protest is done and until it is over for the ongoing thing until September 4th. So everyone, keep winning as you can and keep fighting as you can, and always side with the people, and that's all I'm saying. But remember, be careful what's going to happen in the protest, and remember, hopefully no one gets hurt in every single progress that I really do consider again never get hurt in anywhere else. But that's just my saying of the story, and that's all I want to say. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys once more, and again is thank you for enjoying right now. And I'll say this one more time, is that thank you again for enjoying this. And yes, I am probably happy again to feel kind of a bit safer just to make videos, which we might all not be safe or whatever that's going to happen. But like I said, we just have to be on our slow schedule that we have to do, which even though I'm still on the break and all my separate channels are that we are not making videos until this is reversed away, like until this whole update's reversed, but whatever, or gets dissolved. But either way, we're going to see where this happens and see where this goes. But thank you guys again for watching. It's time to sign out. And it's time to say for real. I'll see you guys again next time. So without further ado, see you next time. Have a great day. And see you guys for the next video. And pretty much more. So thank you and goodbye. Peace on out. Bye-bye, everyone. See you guys again next time for the next video. And also, I'm going to be celebrating, by the way, tonight. And I'm also going to celebrate that we're all safe again. That we're all fine was safe. And the AI had done nothing. So, yeah, like I said, it might still be hidden. Or it might still be around. So trust me, we might be at a little bit of a percent here exactly. That's either 60 or 70% chance that we're going to be fine. So hopefully again, if I still be again right or wrong, but like I said, I'll still celebrate, by the way, at night, which I might celebrate for myself exactly and just enjoy myself while having a party. And I'm like, let's freaking go. Like, let's just freaking go, bruh. But anyways, for real, I'm going to get going. Sorry I don't miss breakfast, but anyway, thank you guys for watching. See you next time, and peace on. Oh! Sign out. See you next time, y'all. Goodbye, and see you later.